All right. We are live on YouTube as well. Okay, we're just going to wait a few more minutes here. Doug's here. What's up, Doug? We've got a few more people trickling in here. I'm still waiting for Jose, Kelsey, and we had one more person join today, Carolyn. So just kind of waiting. But in the meantime, because guys, the course restarts every 30 days, so we're going to be going over slides today, kind of some things like that. But if you're already set up and ready to go, this is a setup. The stop is humongous, but that is a 10 EMA setup if you're interested. So just wanted to point that out to you. All right. How was everyone's New Year?
NES has almost exactly the same setup.
Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woof, we're starting off with some volatility. How was everyone's New Year?
A little crazy.
Was it?
Yeah, my mom had to go to the emergency room last night. She was not feeling well at all. She's 83, so she's
Oh no.
getting along in the years. But my stepfather had to call the EMS to come to take her to the emergency room last night. So we were there
Is she
until
all
about
right?
3 or 4 this morning. Yeah, she's fine. My sister took her home. I don't know, around 4 or 5 this morning.
Okay.
It turns out she was probably just dehydrated, but they were
Okay.
worried about her heart.
For sure.
So it's, an abundance of caution.
Yeah. Well, we'll be praying for her.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be fine. But it was a long night. I'm going on about an hour's sleep.
Yeah. No. For sure. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get one more person in the room. All right. Okay. Shh. The cats are being loud today. Stop. Go. All right. Okay, let's do this. So, without further ado, welcome to Prop Firm Masters January 2025, guys. We got some slides, some updated slides I'm going to go through with you guys. And like I said, for my veterans, if you want to be trading during this, you're more than welcome to do that. You can call out plays and stuff, but this is for kind of just starting from scratch for anyone that's interested. So we're going to go over kind of everything. All right. So today we're going to go over what are futures, what are prop firms, what is Apex, how to sign up for Apex, how to connect to TradingView, and how to link multiple accounts. Okay? And actually, I think we'll save linking multiple accounts for another day because that's a whole different deal. We'll just do this today. Okay, so first thing.
And your veterans have enough trouble with it anyways.
Right. So first things first, there's tons of different futures. The futures we are trading are called CME futures, okay? CME group is, well, I don't really know how else to describe it except it's a group, all right? And they have a lot of futures contracts. Now, when I'm talking about how many futures contracts these guys have, if you come down to the bottom of, this is the Apex Trader Funding website, you can see all these different futures. These are all the different ones we're allowed to trade, okay? I mean, look at some of these. We've got natural gas, crude oil, corn, wheat, lean hogs. You know, you got different currencies. You got the major equities, right? So, CME Group hosts all that. So we trade on.
Oh,
What's
Kev,
up? Yeah.
I want to take a screenshot of your first page so I can send it to a friend who might want to join. Could I just take the first, can you
Sure.
go back to the first page just for a second?
Yeah.
Okay,
There
thank
you
you.
go.
Okay, screenshot done.
You guys like
Sorry
this?
about that.
What do you think about this art? This is custom art I had made.
That's really neat. Are you gonna give us copies of these?
Yeah.
eventually?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna get copies. And also for my trophy winners from last month's group, I sent out your gifts. I don't know, you might have gotten an email, but you guys got gifts coming. All right. So anyway, CME Futures. CME Group is the world's leading derivatives marketplace. Okay. That's just a fact. They're huge, okay? They're based out of Chicago as well. Fun fact. CME Futures are standardized exchange traded contracts to buy or sell an asset at a set price on a future date. Okay? Now, some of you might be like, that sounds a lot like options. It's a little different. I'll explain it in the next slide. Traded electronically on CME Globex. Now, all that means is, see, futures are open almost all day. They're open like 23 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So, I don't know. They use that fancy word Globex, like around the globe. Used to hedge risk or speculate on price movements. Now, a lot of people don't know this about futures. We never really have to worry about this because we're just using futures on a day trading time frame. But a lot of people will hedge their entire portfolios with futures because they're so leveraged. So, like, for example, let's say you had $1 million long in SPY or in a bunch of stocks that are in SPY, you know, in your IRA or something, and you thought a turnaround was coming. Yeah, you could buy a bunch of puts, but you're gonna have to deal with theta and all this stuff, and it's gonna be really expensive. You could just literally short one contract of ES, and that would probably hedge most of your account. Maybe a couple contracts, I don't know, but you can figure out all the beta weighting and stuff if you really want to. But yeah, they're used as hedge products as well.
Excuse me.
You're good.
Sorry.
Equity index futures, interest rates futures. Yeah, these are just more examples. Okay, so tons of different examples. All right, now I'm not going to go line for line on this. I'm just going to give you an example of the history of futures. So why they even exist. So let's say Cheryl lives in New York. I live in California. It's like the year 1700 or 1800, okay? Cheryl calls me up. She's like, hey, I want to get like 3 tons of corn delivered. Well, she doesn't even call me up. She sends like a telegram or a letter, right? Like they don't even have like, it's a long time ago. I get it. I'm like, all right, cool. 3 tons. Like you got it. Here's going to be the price and whatever. And then I get on my horse and buggy and it takes me 3 months to go across the country. I show up and maybe she's not even there. Or maybe she's like, I don't really want it anymore. Or maybe something happened to where I can't deliver it anymore. Well, now I'm kind of screwed because I got to travel back with all this corn and it's going to die. So the reason these contracts came up with was to solidify and lock in the price, right? Like, hey, if I come out in 3 months, like I'm going to get the money, right? So that's kind of the whole basis of futures contracts, if that makes sense. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So, futures versus options. Futures is an obligation to buy or sell at a set price on a future date. Okay? Options is a little different. It gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy and sell at a set price on a future date. Okay? So one is you gotta buy or sell. The other one is you can or can't if you want to. That's the big difference. Futures used for hedging or speculation. Options for hedging, speculation, or income generation. Right? You know, you can sell options. You can tap into the theta and the delta. the Greeks and make passive income. There's a little bit more going on with options. Futures is a little more cut and dry. Futures, no upfront cost other than margin, right? So when you buy an option, you got to pay for that option contract. Futures, as long as you have the buying power in your account, you can open it, right? That's how it works. I personally prefer futures. I'm not a big futures and shares. I'm not a big options guy. I will dip my toe in from time to time. Like if we're at like an extreme level where I'm like, all right, this is gonna balance. Like you know what I mean? Like Nvidia on the 200-day SMA. Like I'll buy an option, but like I'm not a big options guy. All right. What are prop firms? Who wants to answer this? A volunteer, even though it's up on the screen. Okay. No one. That's okay. I'll explain it.
Someone else's money.
Yeah, exactly. You're trading with someone else's money, right? It's like most of us out here don't have. I mean, some of us do. Some of us are balling, right? But like, most of us don't have, you know, $100,000 to just, hey, I'm just gonna throw it in the trading account, and if I lose it, I lose it, whatever. Like most of us aren't in that situation, and a prop firm allows you to take advantage of that, right? So for a very small amount of money, you can try out. So there's an evaluation. You go to the prop firm, you say, hey, I'd like to trade with your capital. They say, okay, you can do that, but we need to make sure you're not a degenerate first. So pay us a little fee. We're going to give you a test, kind of like an SAT, I guess, for trading. And if you can pass the test, then we will give you $100,000 to trade with. Now, there's going to be rules around it, okay? There's going to be rules. You got to follow the rules to protect us because we're not just handing out $100,000 to whoever and saying do whatever you want with it. But if you can follow those rules and pass the test and make profits in your account, then you may withdraw your profits. You can't withdraw the initial balance. That's ours. But you can withdraw the profits you generated at a 90-10 split. And for a lot of people, this is game-changing. This is awesome. Now, it does make the game of trading harder because trading's already hard, and now we have rules on top of it. But you can see the total compensation per month, right, since 2022, last 90 days. People are getting payouts. This isn't a scam. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not easy. But if you come down here to payouts at the bottom of their website, and I don't know why my internet's being slow today, but when that finally loads, I'll show you. There's tons of payouts going out every day. So anyways, yeah. Another thing, it gives access to advanced trading platforms and tools. So when you work with Apex, you're gonna get a Tradeovate account, which is actually really cool. You get free live, like if you wanted to go trade a CME product on your own, you'd have to buy a data pack. But Apex is gonna give you free live data, a platform to trade on, like Tradeovate. It's pretty cool. Let's see if it's loaded. Yep. So here's all the payouts that are going out all the time to different people. And you can see that some, like for example, you see like James here got a bunch of $1,000 payouts. That means James has multiple accounts. You can actually have up to 20 accounts at Apex, but that'll come later. Right now we're just going over the basics, but you can see, guys, people are getting payouts. Okay. Back to this. All right, so Apex Trader Funding Program. This is what we use, okay? It's a prop firm that trades CME, okay? 90-10 split. It's a one-step evaluation, so I think you just got to grow your account. What is it, 6%? And you pass. And they run discount deals all the time. That's the best part about this, all the time. So our discount code is, right down here, REAL. Okay, it's always the same, doesn't change. Now the discounts, the deals they run, they change, but it's always REAL. And I believe right now, guys, are they still running the 90% off, or did that end? Does anyone here know?
I think it goes till tonight.
Perfect. So yeah, so you can pick up a few of these. I'm actually gonna buy some on the stream right now, so you can see. But this is the one I recommend. 25K. Okay. And the reason I recommend this is because it's the cheapest. Now you're going to see Calvin $147 a month. That's before the discount. Once you put in real, you're going to get 90% off that. So it's going to be like $15 or like $20, something really, really low. But I like the 25s because the profit goal is 1,500 and the trailing threshold. So the trailing threshold, all that means is you can't lose more than this from your high water mark. So however high your account's been, and by the way, it calculates it in real time. However high the account has been, 1,500 back from that is kind of like your blow up level. If you lose more than $1,500 from your high water mark, you're going to get kicked out. You just got to try again. You don't get kicked out permanently, but it's like a video game, right? It's like, all right, I'm playing Mario and I'm going to fight Bowser. And if you lose, it kicks you back to the beginning. It's literally like a video game. So this is what I like to do. And, you get all this stuff. This is what I was talking about. Real-time data fees included in the price. And here's some other stats on Apex and why it's awesome. So, before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and do just that. So, if you haven't already signed up for Apex, you're going to have to do that. And I'm going to have to get my wallet here in a second. I don't know why my internet's being so slow. Hold on. All right. And guys, keep in mind that when you first sign up, it can take like a day to get activated. But once you're already signed up and you're adding new accounts, it's super fast. So you're going to click this sign up button if you haven't already signed up for Apex. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in with my super slow internet today. All right. While we're waiting for my super slow internet, let's just see what's going on over here. Whew. Oh my gosh. Look at Solana. I got some Solana. This is exciting. Okay, so I'm starting from scratch this month. So what you're going to do is, this is your dashboard, right? This is your dashboard. This just kind of shows you everything that's going on. I'm going to come down here to Tradevate. I'm going to click the 25 full size. 25 full size. I'm going to get my good old credit card ready. Oh my gosh, why is everything so... Maybe it's just the site. Like, so many people are on it right now buying. It's when the 90% sale is on, it can get slow. But while we're waiting, I just want to look around here. Wow, Tesla taking a nosedive. That's awesome. I have a lot of Tesla. I'm going to buy a little more right now.
Yeah, Tesla reported slower sales.
Of course they did. Everyone freaking gets so hyped up on them, and then they always like, oh, by the way,
Right.
it's gonna be like 10 years from now. I'm just kidding, but it's pretty funny. All right, so real, okay, and right here, this doesn't matter. I don't even know what this is. You can select any bubble. Like, I don't even know why they have this. It's kind of funny, but. Gonna click all these bad boys right here.
I actually asked them about that, and they said that it was they wanted to have multiple servers so that if one of them went down, no matter what, people could pay their money.
That's interesting. All right, I'm gonna input my data here, but I'm gonna take this off the screen because I don't really need all of YouTube and everyone here seeing my credit card. So I'm gonna do that briefly, but you can see there it's like it's like $15. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of a cold. All right,
Well, does that real promo code always get us 90% off, or is that just because
It will always get you the best discount that's currently being run. So, like, next week it might change to 70% or 80%, but real will always get you the best one. So right now the best discount is 90. And I'll be honest, the 90s don't come around that often. So if you want to pick up 2 or 3 of them, it's not a bad idea. You know.
And we should check, because if somebody doesn't get funded in the first month and they don't trash the account, it might go up for the second month.
Right, yeah. So if you see there on the, I'm just waiting for this to buy, but if you go to the payment info and it says subscription terms, $14.70 for the first month and then $29.40 for each month after that. So if you don't pass the account in the first month, just understand that the next month is going to renew at $29.40. All right.
So when you say to pick up a couple accounts, are you talking about like multiple of the 25K full, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So like, for example, right, I just bought this. So I just bought this account. I would just come right back in here and do it again, because you can buy up to 20. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna buy a second one right now, because it's gonna become important down the road when I show you stuff in Tradeovate and TradingView and how to link them and everything. So I'm just gonna go back in here. I'm gonna do it again. Here we go. Round 2. And I won't buy like a zillion on here and waste you guys' time, but I am gonna show you me buying 2. So same thing, and you can see what Cheryl was talking about. Subscription terms. So $14.70 for the first month, then $29.40 after each month. So what happens is, I try to pass them in the first month, and then if I don't, I just grab a fresh one. I don't do the renewals, because if you pass one, then you pay a one-time PA fee, and you get the real account. We'll go over that probably tomorrow, but for now, you just gotta worry about this. It's get an eval, pass it in a month. Once you pass it, you pay the PA fee, and then you get the real account, and then you don't pay anything ever again. You're good. So for a lot of these, like, let's say I pass this, right? $14, and then I think the PA activation they're running right now is $85. So essentially, if I pass this in a month and then pay the PA fee for $100, I'm getting the 25K account. Now that's per account, right? So if I have 5 accounts, you can do the math, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm just putting my credit card info in again here. Give me a sec. Any more questions at this stage?
If the buyer and inspector are okay with this, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow is fine.
Was that a question, Cheryl, or?
Oh, sorry. I thought I had hit.
No, you're good. I was like, oh,
I just had,
that's a funny.
Spent all of New Year's evening getting an offer under agreement, and now they're coming in.
You're
They
good.
want to do an inspection tomorrow. I thought I had. Just warn me if I'm not.
No, you're fine. It was funny. It was funny timing. All right.
Cheryl is contending for the hot makeover.
Yeah. No, Cheryl, you're.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Is the king of
No, you're coming up fast. All right. So I just bought 2 accounts. Okay. Next step. Linking TradingView and Tradeovate integration. So, you just sign up for a Tradeovate account. You're like, I've never traded on Tradeovate. That's scary. I don't want to do that. Well, guess what? You don't have to. You can trade on TradingView. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. You can actually link the 2, which is really cool. So, first thing you're going to do, okay, you're going to go to Well, actually, before you do that, come here to your dashboard. Okay. Come here to your dashboard. I don't know why this takes so freaking long, man. Okay. In your dashboard, you'll see this right here, Tradeovate account. Okay. Now, I just want to make this clear. Your username and password that you use to sign up for Apex, that's your Apex username and password. This is different. This is your Tradeovate username and password, okay? They're different. Just going to copy that. And then I'll go to tradeovate.com. Oh, yeah, it's just the site. Everything else is running super fast. So it's already in there. Copy paste that. And then I'm going to put in my password. I'm going to log in. Give it a sec. Access simulation. And you can see one of those accounts I already bought is in there. Okay. The second one's probably on its way. But yeah, there it is. That fresh account. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to the top right where it says application settings. You're going to click that. You're going to click add-ons. And you're going to make sure this is clicked. TradingView activated. Okay. And that's right here in the slides. Okay. I just did what was in the slides. Top right, add-ons, activate. That's it. That's all you got to do. Any questions on that before I move on and show you the next part? How do you guys like my new slides? Come on now. Give me some love. All right. So the next thing, you're going to come over here to TradingView. You come down here to Trading Panel. Okay? Trading Panel. And guys, let me just back up again for those of you. Maybe some of you don't even have TradingView. So I'll just do this. If you don't have TradingView, you can sign up for free. Okay? You just sign up and get an account. Okay? I think most of us here have TradingView though. So anyways, trading panel at the bottom. You're going to click on Tradeovate. Tradeovate, right? Click on it. And you're going to put in that same password. Make sure you're on demo. Press connect. And boom. You can see that account down there. And actually both of them are here now. So I bought 1 and 2 25K accounts. You guys can see the balance, right? So now I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to trade, ladies and gentlemen. All right?
So if people have more than one account, they have to make sure they have the right account selected.
Correct.
If they're going to use TradingView.
Correct.
And then I have a question. Has anybody tried clicking, setting up a position tool and setting up a trade in one account, then switching accounts and setting up the same trade using that position tool instead of going back and forth between Tradeovate and TradingView for multiple?
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Okay, that seems easier to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. We'll get into all that here in a sec. First, we gotta find us a trade. Now, today I'm not going to go over the 10 EMA. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. Okay. We have special slides on that, but I am gonna go back to this. So we just did this. We just connected. All right. Now, I understand some of you that are new to this, it's like, dude, you're going super fast. I haven't even gotten my account yet. I get it. When you get your first account, it takes a little bit for it to process. So don't feel like you're behind, okay? That's why I'm not jumping right into like, okay, 10 EMA advanced. Here we go. This is how you trade. I'm not going to do that to you guys, all right? We're going to have a special session on that probably tomorrow or on Monday, all right? Today was just this, so I'm not going to go ahead too much, all right? But for my veterans, I am going to look at the market and see what's going on. So, MES, what is going on out here? Hold on. Let me just look at QQQ. Oh, man. Well, we're sitting right on the 50. Right on it. How about SPY? What are we doing? Under the 50. I mean, I do think we're going to go to the 100. Personally. 200, I don't know. But, yeah, the market's a little unsure at the moment. What's up a lot today? Meta's up, Amazon's up, Nvidia's up, kind of. Huh, look at that. Gorgeous bounce off the 100 on Dow Jones. That was awesome. Google chilling, AMD in the dumps. What's down today? Apple. Oof. Apple's having a little slide today, huh? And then Tesla. We already talked about that. Okay. Well, I'm going to look at the ones I like to look at. So we got, I do need to draw this, guys. Usually I don't have to because we're not near it, but this is the 50. We need to draw that. The 10 on the daily is right here. The 20 on the daily is right there as well. So the reason I'm drawing that is because you can see that there's a reason why we've been ranging in here, right? Like, we're stuck in between these dang moving averages right now. So it's just important to recognize that. That doesn't make me very excited to trade. When I have an inside choppy morning like this with huge candles and we're in between all these moving averages, I'm not like super excited about it personally. MES is probably a similar story. What else we got to look at? MYM.
Golden oil.
MYM. Look on the daily here. See, MYM I like better because we're under all the moving averages. You see that? But we have this pesky 100 right there. Not sold yet.
Take a look at platinum. They had a nice setup on platinum. I just took it.
Did you? Ooh. Did you take it back here?
No, actually.
You took it here.
My 10 EMA is a little bit different than yours.
Oh,
You're
that's the 5 minute. That's the 5 minute.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
took that last setup right.
Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Dude, platinum. Okay, so you just decided to stop like right there, 2 candles back. That's awesome. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe where was your stop? Just literally below the hammer.
1.2. I got in at that the top of the. You see the big green candle, the next red candle. I got right at the top. It was 1.2.
Nice, man. Sick.
Platinum has been strong for me.
Platinum's a great ticker because here's the thing about platinum too is platinum. Well, I'll throw it on the 1 hour. Platinum, man, is fun because it moves overnight a lot. A lot of tickers don't, you know what I mean? But like platinum, like like you'll see here, right? Like, okay, whatever, market session, but then like, what's this? Look at this. Like, you get movement in the night too. That's what I like about platinum. So, yeah, it's a great ticker. So we got platinum. Let's see here. Oil, interesting. So, for those of you that are new, I have a rule, and we'll go over this tomorrow, but this pink line is the 50 EMA on the 1 hour. I just set it up right here like this. You throw on an EMA. Throw on an EMA. Time frame 1 hour, length 50. And basically this is just my qualifier. If we're above this, I'm not going to take shorts. Now, some would argue, oh, but you're so far away from it. Could it snap back? Yeah, it could. But I just like to follow the trend. So in this example, I would only be looking for longs. So I would need to see this come back up here, and then I would get long. But yeah, right now, I don't see a ton that I want to take. Any other futures you guys are looking at here? Okay, well, hold on before I speak too boldly. MES, I'm not opposed to, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, MES would be the one because we're below all these moving averages. We're below the 50, and I got room to the 100. Okay. So let's drill in here and see if we can find a setup. So we had a reset right here. That's a reset candle. And once again, for those of you that are new here, don't be like, oh no, he's moving too fast. I'm going to go back and go over all this again. Okay. So don't even trip. But an idea here would be if I get a bull candle closing under the 10, man, these freaking candles are so big today, though. Usually I don't like to do stops over like 15 points on MES. But I also have a rule that states I got to go 2 back, and the stop's got to be over the 10. So, like, I would be pretty much forced here to take like a 24-point stop. 30-point target on MES. I mean, and the hundreds down there. I guess I could do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. NQ hasn't broken the low of day yet. If I wanted to take this, I just want to see what the setup would be. Sell, stop. Yeah, I would do 2 contracts. So you can see your risk here, 242, and I don't like to risk over like 300 is my max. Maybe 350, but usually it's going to be. Hold on. Yeah, see, I don't. 2, it'd be 2. But I'm not setting this order up yet because it didn't close green. I think because it's just January 1st, the volume, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of traders out here right now. That's my guess, anyways, for why these candles are so big today. It's exciting, though. It's fun. So that did not close green, so I'm not going to engage yet. Any questions so far? Any questions on all this? None? I mean, for those of you that have already been in the program, you know this. It's really, I just want to make sure Kelsey and, you know, everyone else is good.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm pretty caught up to where you're at this point. My
Okay.
only question is when we're trading directly from TradingView,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is what Cheryl was asking. I just want to make sure I'm clarifying. So with multiple accounts, we would just set up the trade on one account, switch to the next account.
Yeah.
Repeat
So
the
if you
same
want to
trade.
see that live, I'll show you. So for example, here's my setup, right?
Mhm.
I could simply do this. Create limit order, 2, right? Sell stop, throw it in. Oh shit. I didn't want to get triggered in, but you saw what I did, right? You throw it in, and then I would immediately move to this account and just do the same thing. Throw it in. That's how fast you can do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully here in a second I get a legit setup and I'll do it. I just didn't want to. I got to wait for the green candle to close under the 10. Kelsey, you're pretty familiar with 10 EMA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're good. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be going over 10 EMA Advanced. Exactly how I do this. Then we'll be going over my rules. And we'll just keep trickling the value. Now, this does look like it's going to set up. So, I think the nature of the day has just been big candles, so I'm going to go ahead and try. Even though this is typically larger than I'd like to take. Okay? Like almost double what my normal stop would be. But because the candles are just big today by nature, I think we can do it. So, all right, here we go. That's a green candle. I'm going to go ahead and create limit order 2. You could do a sell stop limit or a sell stop. Okay. I'm going to throw that in. Bam. All right. And you get your nice OCO order. Now, what you guys were just talking about. Come over here to the other account. The box is still set up. Create 2. Sell stop. Bam. Send. That's simple. So now I've got the same trade running in 2 accounts. Okay. I'm going to show you another way to do this in Tradeovate where it just does it all at once. But if you only got a couple accounts, this ain't too bad. You know, like this is manageable. So I'm risking 260 to make 337 on this play. Yeah, we're under the pink. Got a little trend line going on right here. You know what I'm saying? Little Tony S curve, if I may. Tony would have gotten in up here because he's an S curve guy. But actually, I don't know if he would have because you need to close below this, right? Before. So maybe he would be getting in right here ish. But we'll wait and see here. Welcome to trading. It's pretty boring. I'm just kidding. Tesla shares slide after it reports first drop in annual deliveries. Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice if that candle closed green. You move your sell up a little.
Exactly. So if this closes green, I can move my entry up a little bit, which I will do. And that could change the number of contracts I enter. We'll see. We got Giselle on the YouTube today. We got Bryce. We got Profits Reaper. Who's all here? Type a 3 if you're here in the YouTube. I'm gonna give YouTube some love today. Bryce, you still gotta come over and get your Christmas present, bro. Don't be rude. I'm just kidding. Yes, Wendy, this is a class. It is in real life trading. It's called Prop Firm Masters. And I give it away for free on YouTube, usually 1 to 2 days a week. But the actual group meets on Zoom like 4 days a week. And we do night sessions too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move this entry up to right there. I'm going to quickly come over here to my other account and do it. Because now that's the new bull under the 10. Okay. And I'll just recalculate this guy. So now it's saying my risk is only 217. So I have a couple options here. I can move my stop up a little higher to there, which is probably safer. Or I could change this to 3. I'd be risking 326. It's a little big. It's a little big for day one. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to go ahead and move my stop to there. And I'll move, let me just adjust this to 1.3. Cool, I'll move my target to here. So just a little better risk to reward. That's all I did right there. And I'll come over to the other account and make sure I do the same. So, boom, boom. Okay. Easy peasy. And yes, if this closes bull below, I'll move it again. Teddy's World. That's an awesome name. I'm reading the names here off YouTube. Bryce, have you taken a trade today or no, bro? Let's see what MVT's doing. Guys, this is another setup, potentially. We're above the pink. Big breakout on Bitcoin. Interested. I know Giselle likes a little crypto. Giselle, you ever trade CME Bitcoin futures? Whoo! Now that's a party. That's a freaking party. Okay. Is it going to close green under? It did. I'm going to move this up even more now. Hold on. Boom. And now, actually, I think I can put this here. I'll leave it here. I'll put it like there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this exact. Okay. Cool. All right, and I'll do that in the other account.
So maybe Tesla's having trouble because of that Cybertruck that exploded outside the Las Vegas hotel.
Maybe.
No, that was a bomb.
Was it a bomb or a bunch of fireworks?
No, it was a bomb. They found a whole bunch of stuff in the remains. There were a lot of fireworks, but they're treating it as a possible terrorist incident.
Which is crazy because, you know, there was also the thing in New Orleans.
Yeah. And apparently, the day before New Year's Eve in New York, in downtown, there was a shooting and 6 people were shot. One person was killed. And that wasn't announced until after all New Year's Eve festivities. They basically put a lid on that. So,
Right.
yeah, I think it's a little weird.
For sure. MBT pumping. If we get a red candle, I might look at this.
MET may have a red candle coming up.
The only issue with MET is you
Volume?
can't get enough buying power. Like they only let you buy 4 contracts.
Oh, that's right. I knew there was a reason I.
Yeah, it's
had to
it's
go.
weird. And also, I don't know, MET just doesn't have the candles are like pretty choppy, you know? Could do 3. I'd like another red candle though. That'd be really nice. Then I could put my stop right there. That'd be very comfy for me. Okay, inverted hammer. Is it gonna fill us? Let's see. Now with this beautiful turnaround, I kind of want to put on 3. What would 3 look like? 3 and then move my stop to here. You know what I'm saying? Because we just had a nice, this inverted hammer, it's like, okay, it already put in its retest. You feel me?
Plus, it bounced off the 20 EMA.
Yeah, it's showing its cards a little more now, so I'm a little more like, oh, maybe I'll. Oh, got it just in time. Did you guys see that? That was sick. All right, I'm in. Let's party.
I didn't get triggered. It just missed me by 1 tick.
Okay, well, you're either gonna be the luckiest person in here, or you'll get filled. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna wait 21 minutes now until, yeah, I can't move my stop for 21 minutes. That's just my rule. So we'll just hang out, see what happens.
Oh.
What? It's a Guinness Book of World Records for my fastest loss ever. If this goes. All right. Well, while that's figuring out what it wants to do, I'm already going to be looking at my second trade, which would have been Bitcoin. But I can't be in 2 trades at once, so I got to wait to either get stopped out here before I can set up this trade. man, this is crazy. Hopefully that right there is the wick that holds. But I don't know. What's M&Q doing? Also trying to kind of see. Yeah, see, we didn't break the low on M&Q. We'll see what happens here, though. I'm liking this upper wick so far. But yeah, kind of wishing I had taken Bitcoin now. Give us some time. Give us some time. Cheryl, you could have just gotten in right here. Cheryl could have had the best entry out of all of us if she just got in right here.
But that's not a 10 EMA.
It's not, but you know, it's like a mishap in a mishap unentry. It's just I'm just being funny, but
I got into Bitcoin instead.
oh, Cheryl, you did what I should have done. All right. How many did you buy? 3 or 4?
It's 2.
2. All right, Cheryl, we got to start sizing you up.
Yeah, that's why I'll never get.
No, we're gonna start sizing you up.
Hey, last class you got me so I even will hit the trade button. Now we got to just change the amount.
For sure. All right, let's see here. This looks terrible. So I'm gonna get this ready. So this is gonna be 3. Is that what we said? I could do 4. 4 is the max it lets you do. But once again, I'm going to wait. I am going to wait.
Hey, Calvin, while you're waiting, can I ask you a tech question?
Sure.
So when you're setting up your long and short positions with the that rectangle tool, how do you get it to link to the actual trade like you're doing when you just kind of input it right from there?
So you're gonna hover. So I'm just gonna start from scratch. So like, you know, see, I set this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hover over it. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna press create limit order. Is that what your question was? And then for this example, right, it's gonna be a buy stop.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put in my contracts. So
Mm-hmm.
I can see here if I put in 2, I'm risking 159. If I put in 3, I'm risking 238. If I put in 4, I'm risking 318.
And is that risk set automatically based on the inputs that you put in, or?
Yeah, so it's already calculating what, like, it's calculating the risk from the bottom of this box
And it's based on the box that you set up.
and the target up here. Yeah, it's very convenient.
Yeah, so you're choosing your stops first,
Mhm.
and then when you right click it, then it becomes.
Yep, and then I figure out my size, right?
And it's a little more limited than the stock. It sets the contract units, and we'll go over that at some point. He always does.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we'll go over that probably tomorrow, but all these contracts move a little differently. Like MES is like $5 per point. So every time this moves a point, which would be $1, your P&L is going to change by $5.
You're
But
doing your risk based on a dollar amount.
yeah, dollar amount times risk per contract, and that's every contract's different. How much, like, looks like we're gonna get stopped here, and then I'll just set this up. But yeah, like you can see, like if I did one, right, $80, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it'll make like when we go over it again tomorrow, like tick size and point size. I realized last month I kind of crammed it all in on the first day, and this year I'm gonna like, or not this year, yeah, this month I'm gonna kind of spread it out a little more. So.
Hey, Bitcoin's turned around on me too, so.
Dang. Now, some of you from the last class remember that sometimes I'll add when things are going against me. But at first, so my rule is if I'm going to add when I'm in the red, it first has to be working. I move my stop once, then it comes up against me. Then I can add. I don't add if the trade is just immediately screwing me. I don't do that. You guys have also seen me do this where it comes down here and it throws in another 10 EMA and maybe I'll add one more contract here, but I don't typically add. But if you guys were wondering why I didn't add an extra contract this close to stop at, it's because the trade was never working for me. It's not looking great. But we'll see. It's throwing in 2 red candles up here. You never know. Okay. Probably going to hit my stop here in a second, so I'll get ready to set up the Bitcoin trade.
It missed your stop by a tick, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, it missed my stop by no point. Missed my stop by a point. But I think it's gonna do its dirty work here in a second. Oh my gosh. Platinum, man, that was the one. Jeez.
Someone mentioned platinum earlier.
Yeah. That was the one, sir. But to be fair, I missed it, and it never would have come back to my entry if I wanted to try. But yeah, that was the one, man. Good job. And that's set up right after my window. Beautiful hammer, double bottom, right off the pink. 10 EMA, bam, bam. Yeah, that's 10 out of 10. All right, I just got stopped. I heard it. Nice try. Literally whipped me in and went right against me. So, what are you going to do? I'm going to now focus my efforts on Bitcoin. I don't know that it's going to come back and fill me now, but a man can hope. So, I'll throw in 4 there. I think Bitcoin already left the station, though. Yeah. So, really, at this point, guys, got nothing. If you're in Bitcoin, congrats. What else have I not looked at today? I mean, I could try an oil trade if we get a setup here. If that closes red, I could try to just squeeze a little more out of oil. Big breakout on oil today, which is cool. We haven't seen a breakout like that in a while. But, you know, the question is, well, I guess, yeah, we could look at oil. Haven't had tremendous luck with oil lately, I'll be honest.
The only thing about oil is it's beyond its daily ATR.
Yeah,
Quite a bit above.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. Bitcoin and platinum. These were the ones I wanted to get into, but now I'd just be chasing. And if I was already in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 more candles, I'd be moving my stop on Bitcoin. So I don't really know if I'd be. I mean, we'll see. Bitcoin's pretty volatile. It could come back and fill me. I'm trying to take it up to 99K.
How big's your stop typically on Bitcoin?
I try not to go more than 1,000 points. Somewhere between 500 and 1,000. I haven't really figured out an exact science, though. I'll be honest with you. I just know that I can't. The 25K account won't let me buy more than 4. So I kind of just base it off that, to be honest. Like 4 here is going to be a risk of 330. So. I don't recommend risking more than 1 to 2% of your account. Even 2% is kind of pushing it. I'll go a little over 1% sometimes, though. Like 1% would be 250, right? But sometimes I'll do like 300, 330, you know. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to pass the account, right? This is a game, guys. Don't forget it. This is a game. You're trying to pass the account before the renewal. Okay? It'd be kind of different if this was like a real money account, right? Like you would just keep your R the same all the time, no matter what. But when you're trying to get funded and get payouts, right? And there's kind of a shot clock against you. Sometimes it just adds up a little bit. Just a little bit more. Not a lot, just a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. Well, I don't know, guys. I'm going to leave this order open on MBT, but it looks like it's just, we've already closed above this now. The only hope I had was if we got like rejected here and then it did it. It kind of did. It never really came back to the entry, though. So I might just wait, because now what I'd want to see is like, I mean, here's what I would really do next is if it comes up here and we get a 10 EMA, then I would do that, because this could just be a ranging day, right? MES. Yeah, I mean, if you do something like that, if it came, it'd probably be more like this though, right? Because if we come up here, hit the pink, I would try that. So I might just wait. I gotta beat this cold, man. All right. My gosh, we're still not even back to the 50. That just shows you how far this ran. We're not even back to the 50 yet. Tesla dropped 23% and we're not even back to the 50 SMA yet. That's crazy, dude. Like, just to put that into like reference, let's pick another stock, right? Apple. If we dropped 23% from Apple's high, we'd be below the 200. But Tesla can drop 23% and we're not even at the 50 yet. It's so volatile. It's insane. But I remember in the last class, and I've talked to Bryce about a lot this too, when Tesla gets up into the 80s, 80 RSIs, it's usually due for a pullback. I've just noticed that. Like, and yeah, maybe it goes a little higher sometimes, but eventually, like, once it hits in the 80s, see, that wasn't quite 80s. Like up here, look at this. This was 90s. You get these pretty large pullbacks. That was a 21%. It's a fun stock to trade. I've just been adding on every down day. So I added 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then I think now I'm doing 2, 2, 2, 2, and then eventually I'll do 3, 3, 3, 3. It's just sort of like a little hybrid pyramid strategy I'm doing. My goal is to like get probably like 20 to 30 shares in the low 300s if I can manage. That'd be cool. Because yeah, I think 350 is totally possible. 300 is possible too. I mean, shit, even 269 could be. I think it could just do this, and then, I mean, if we're looking at what it did in the past, like this was the last really crazy run up, right? We saw that jump, boom, jump, boom, jump. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to catch that again. Those swings, those were nice swings. And a lot of them happened off the major moving averages. Like this one, bink, oh my gosh. Touches the 100 and runs 36% in like 2 weeks. That's sickening. And then, you know, it comes down here. You're a buyer at the 200. It chops around. You get scared as shit, but you hold. And then poof, another launch off the 200 area. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. Just going to have to hold, you know. But would love to do a bounce off this and would love to do a bounce off this. It'll probably look something like that if I had to guess. Or it'll just retest the 50 and go to 500, which I'm cool with too. Either way, I'm going to be in, right? NVIDIA is an interesting one because we bounce off that 100. So we can see back here, right? Like it respects the 100 pretty well. Came below it a little bit. I thought it was going to come a little lower like it did here, but it didn't. It bounced right off the 100, and now we're kind of throwing in what looks like a I mean, that technically right there is a 10 EMA setup. So there's probably a lot of people that are in something like this. You know what I mean? It's a pretty setup. 10 EMA off the 100. Like, I don't hate that. What's up with our trend line? Yeah, I mean, NVIDIA is just a strong... I think what's really going to matter is if we can break out of this. And some people would say we already have. They would just draw it there, but that's a little more parallel. I think NVIDIA looks good. I'm in NVIDIA. Been doing the same thing on NVIDIA, buying like 1 share a day type thing. Did MBT just leave without us? Oh, I was thinking about coming back and getting me in. But like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my stop on this, if I am going to enter this, I have to already move my stop up. So let's see. Stop would go to like here. Guys, I know that's not how you use the fib tools. I just do it so I can see where 0.7 is easily. So if Bitcoin comes back and fills me, my stop has to be there. Because I should have gotten in here. And now it's been 7 candles. So for those of you that did get in, like Cheryl, your stop should be here right now, which is 97,355. I feel like I'm blabbing. Any stocks you want me to look at? Call them out in the chat on YouTube or here on Zoom.
What about gold? MGC.
I always forget about gold. So funny, but let's take a look. So today, as you guys know, I don't start trading till 10:30. So I'll just mark that. Bam. So yeah, we did have a setup. We had a reset there. Gold would have been nice. There's your gold setup. Bam. It even came back and retested. Damn it. All right. Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, if Bitcoin breaks this high, I'm just going to cancel because at that point, that'll be a pretty clear high or low. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, Cheryl, I wish you luck.
Thanks. Now that you've given up on it, it's going to turn around and stop me. Again.
It's going to double top right here and turn around on you.
Yep. That's the way my life goes. That's why I'm not funded yet. Besides my small risk unit.
I love it. Someone says QUBT. Is this one of those quantum stocks? Yeah, guys. So any stock that does this, which let's just figure out what this was. Yeah, 270% move. What I like to do is take the fibs and draw from here to here. And then what I'm looking for is a bounce off of the 5 or the 382. So you can see it shot up, dropped to here, bounced, drop, bounced. Those initial bounces up the 382 and the 0.5 are usually pretty sexy. But beyond that, I don't really have a ton for you. I'm just saying, when I see stocks do that, I usually look. Those are my pullback spots. 382 and the 50. And usually, on the way down, if you buy it at the 50 and the 382, and your average is somewhere in here, you will get a nice little pop. So, for example, here you popped 40%, right? So if you threw in $1,000, 500 at the 5 and 500 at the 382, you'd made $400. That's all. In terms of quantum, what's that one? There's only one. Defiance Quantum ETF. I've been thinking about just buying this because this has a lot of those names in it. Could be cool. Kind of want to see a pullback first before I start buying it, but I mean, the pullback was here though, to be fair, right? Anyways, MBT. See, now I don't even know if I want to get in it because it's like a double top. You know what I mean? I might just cancel.
And the RSI just crossed the RSI average.
Yeah, like I don't know anymore. So I'm going to cancel this. It's funny because Cheryl got in. Cheryl missed the MES trade, but I missed the MBT trade. We might end up in the same boat today, but at least you've already moved your stop once. I didn't even get to move my stop on MES. All right, team. Well, if I see anything later, like I said, if I see a rejection here on the pink, that could be cool. MES is the exact same story. MYM should be the exact same story. And yeah, keep it posted. MYM would actually be really fun if it came up and wicked right here. Because here's your S curve lower high, right? So imagine if it comes up here and wicks, and then you get a 10 EMA here and you got the pink holding it down. That could be really fun. Or even here. It might be setting up right now. MYM. Wow. What's going on here? What's going on with MBT? Nice little pullback. Oil still cranking. Platinum still cranking. We should have just taken platinum. Oh well. MES Could be interesting. I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes because we might get that second attempt at a short here. Yeah. I like Soul in the 200s. That's where I like it. I don't like it when it's down here in the 170s, 180s. I like when it's up here in the 200s. Okay? So, just making that known. It's a pretty choppy day, guys. I'm not going to lie. Like, all things considered, it's not the best day trading day. Like, I don't even see a trade yet, like, following or breaking my rules that would have worked. Maybe, if this keeps pumping, this would be a 10 EMA long that would have worked, but, yeah. Bitcoin with the hammer. What's funny is a lot of stocks are up a lot today. I got this stock, BTCO. That's good. XRPs, speaking my language. NVIDIA looks good, guys. NVIDIA looks good to me. I don't know. Some would say it doesn't, but I think it looks good. I have NVIDIA. I don't have Meta. Platinum, like, okay, hear me out, guys. I just don't have the balls to do it. But I think it's pretty much safe to say that, like, okay, what am I getting at here? I feel like it's safe to say that, and this was the COVID crash, right? So let's just look at this. This is 2022. So I'm going to go from 2022 to, like, here. So you're basically talking from 900, the 900 value, to the 800 value, okay? That has always been the bottom for the past several years. Now, platinum moves $50 a point, right? So, from 900 to 800 would be 10 grand, which I understand is a lot of money. But what if, like, every time it got in this purple zone, I just got long one? It would have worked here. It would have worked here. 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 You know what I'm saying? Like, now, there's going to be some scary drawdowns. Like, right here, this is a scary-ass drawdown. But, like, how many times are you just caking? Like, these little 100-point pops, what's 100 times 50? 5 grand. So you're just making 5 grand, 5 grand, 5 grand, 5 grand. These are huge. Wait, excuse me. 100 points times 50. That's only 5 grand, right? 5 grand of risk. I need a math check here, guys. 100 points of risk, so from 900 to 800. So what I'm saying is, if I buy it in, when we cross below 900, I start buying these contracts, and my stop is barely in the 700s, right? So it's a 5,000 of risk. So I'm making 10 grand here. I'm making 15 here. I'm making 10. I'm making, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why isn't this just my strategy? And the reason I bring it up is because we just recently barely crossed below. Actually, I don't even think we did. It was not, we got to 907. It's actually pretty rare to break 900. Let's see if we did it here. Yeah, we had. We'll just call it low 900s. All I'm saying is, like, I've been tempted to just buy, like, the PL2. The PL2, which is, like, 6 months out, every time we get near that level. You can determine what you think that level is, but it's somewhere in here where we always bounce. I'm like, why don't I just do that? Why don't I just do that, Pepper? All right. Well, what happened with MES? Ooh. Why didn't someone speak up while I was blabber jabbing?
I thought it would go down further if you get told of the lower.
Here's the issue, though. That's not technically... It closed right on it. Did it close right on it? Who here would consider that a bull candle under the 10?
I would. I give it a cut, like a tick either way.
You give it a check either way?
Yeah, I would take that.
All right. Well, let's take a look then. Ooh, I like this. 13-point stop. That's more my vibe. Create limit order. Market short right here. I could do 4. All right. I'm hopping in right there, and I'm just going to take it over here, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to market short 4. Boom. All right, I'm in. Stops here, targets here. Let's party. And if you pop back over here to Tradevate, you'll see the positions open. But we're going to go over Tradevate tomorrow, okay? This, dollar open, dollar total P&L, drawdown auto, just drawdown, just liquid only. We're going to go over that tomorrow. Anybody get any good presents for Christmas? I want to hear the best present. Who got the best present here? It's okay. You can brag. You can brag. I'm allowing it. Dude, if this comes up and stops me out like the last trade did right away, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah, the only concern I see here is that RSI average is open up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I try not to pay too much attention to RSI on smaller time frames, but yeah, I know. I see what you're saying right here. I see it.
I don't use it to get in, but I use it to know when I've messed up. When RSI crosses the average.
Yeah, maybe we're putting in a new lower high right here on this candle.
Giselle knows this indicator. She showed it to me. I don't even know what it does, but it's supposedly supposed to like show you the trend or something. All right.
Which indicator is that?
It's called smoothed. What even is this? Hold on. Smoothed Ha candles. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but it's kind of cool sometimes.
So Calvin, when we start the 10 AMA stuff tomorrow, for somebody that's new, do you recommend sticking to the micros versus the minis?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, are you trading inside Apex or are you just doing a real account?
Just got my Apex today.
Okay, cool. And what size did you go with?
25.
Okay, yeah. So if you're in a 25, for sure micros. If you're in a bigger account, like the 100, 150, 200, 300s, you might dip your toe into the minis. The minis are just going to be 10 times as big as the micros. So you can see right now I'm in 4 micros, right? If I bought just one mini, I'd be in 2.5 times as much. You know what I mean? So the minis are really for bigger accounts, I'd say. But yeah, just start with the micros.
I didn't see when you started this trade. What was your R number for this?
My R is usually between 250 and 350.
Okay.
So on this one, I did 4 contracts, so I'm risking 270.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just my regular R, which is 250. It's hard to get it exact like you can in stock when it comes to futures. That's why I kind of do a range. But I typically tell people between 1 and 1.5% of your account is a good R. 2% would be max. And I usually only do that if it's like end of the month and I need to like pass the account before the renewal. Then I'll start flirting with like 2, 3. There was one coach online I saw. He was like a futures trader in a real account. Real $100,000 account, futures trader. And his max was 3.5%, which to me was like, whoa, that's a lot. But that's the biggest I've seen on like with like day traders. It's like 3.5%. But I like to stick to the 1 to 2% rule. I usually find myself around 1 to 1.5. I like 1.5. 1.5 is a nice, I don't know. I feel like I got a little more skin in the game, but I'm not risking the biscuit either. It's like, all right, cool, 1.5. I can do that, you know? Because like, if you have let's say you have a $10,000 account, which I think some of us here probably definitely could have that inside of like a real TradeStation account. With a $10,000 account, it's like 1% is $100. It's like, I'll risk 200 or 150. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little more. It's like, it's still not that much more uncomfortable. Now, when you start getting up, if you have a $10,000 account, and you're risking 350 per trade. Which is 3.5%. That's gonna start to feel a little bit like, oof. I don't know about this. I just know personally because I've traded in real TradeStation accounts with like 10, 20K in there, and I've had my R at like, 250, 500. I even had my R at 1,000 at one point, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. It's cool, it's fun, but man, you get your heart pumping. All right, so far the trade is looking just fine. Yeah, we're just gonna see how this goes. We've been in the trade 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, almost 4 candles. I move it after 7 candles, aka 21 minutes. And my first stop move will be to around 0.7. So it'll be around, somewhere around here. Ish. We're just hanging out. This would be another bull below. So this is an example of where I would maybe add one more. Is if I get 2 bulls below and it's still really near that 10 EMA. So obviously we need to get the bull closing below first, but if I wanted to add just one more, if you come up here to the top left and you just change this to 1 and I right click right below that candle, I could say sell stop 1, and that would just put in an order to add one more right there. Okay. But I'm not going to do that yet because I need to see this close below the 10 first. "15 seconds. Giselle. Come on, man. Join the group. It's fun. Right there again. So close. That definitely closed above, though. Because if I draw my thing to, like, there, it's 0.25. I draw to there, it's 0.5. This one was right on it, so I accepted that. But that one definitely closed above it, so I'm not going to set that up yet. Man, going against me now? Come on. Don't do this.
Yeah, that's a strong candle.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Yeah. How's your MBT going? Woo! Cheryl, come on. You can't be quiet about it.
I don't want to jinx it. It's coming up to that same level.
All right, so Cheryl's in this trade. Cheryl, where's your stop? Right here or lower? Where's your stop at? Is it here, here, here?
Actually, I brought it all the way up to 90.
Well, for your entry, though.
Oh, for the entry, I zapped that. It's gone. But it's right about there, yeah.
Okay.
So.
And then you've moved it up to here now.
Twice, yeah, right about there.
Okay, cool. Right on. Yeah, and remember, because we got a bull closing below, you can actually skip a stop rung. So your stop could be even up here at this point.
I was too lazy, and this is the first real bull candle.
For sure.
that
No.
we're
I'm just
having.
letting you know it could be a little higher. It doesn't have to be right here. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
Is MES just gonna break my heart twice today, or what's the deal? I gotta wait one more candle that's gotta be red.
But it's a good thing you didn't get into platinum unless you were going short, because they just had this wick that was like a gazillion dollars down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheryl, that platinum candle is crazy.
And it wasn't even at the start of the day,
Yeah, that's weird.
or let's see, it happened at 12:15. Okay, so it was the lunch hour craziness. But if you were in short, you were really in good shape.
I wonder if that was real.
Yeah, it looks like one of those phantom wicks or something. Ghost wick.
Which one are you guys looking at?
Platinum.
Platinum.
Well, I don't know.
I went down to the 1 second time frame, and it was all during that 1 second. So it was either one trade or exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't look real.
You never know.
Yeah, look at the volume on that candle.
Yeah, I mean, something happened here. I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, the volume isn't that high on platinum. Like, what's the volume per day?
The mother of all
20,000 contracts a day. Like, that's not that many, right? So, if someone dumped a bunch of their contracts, like sold them, like that's possible. I don't know. What did PPLT do? PPLT had a similar wick. That's the ETF. The ETF. All right, let's go. Back in the green. All right, so 1,000 million %, I'm moving my stop to here, which is practically nothing, but I'm going to move it. So see, now this is, I like this because now this is like a double top play, right? It's looking real bad. Now it's looking real good. That's the funny part about trading is it can change in a second. You know what I mean? This is 2 candles. Bam, bam. I'm like, oh, well, now it's a double top with 2 wicks. So let's party.
Been watching your videos now for a while, Calvin, and I think the 21-minute rule for me has been the most eye-opening thing. Just learn to sit on your hands and let it do what it's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people mess up, not just day trades, swing trades too, when they just look at it too much. I'm like, oh, should I move my stop? Should I move my stop? And that 21-minute rule thing, I got that from Jeremy. I mean, he was the one that was like, dude, relax. Don't trade so much. Wait on your stops. Like, you know, Jeremy's just such a genius. So I attribute that all to him. He taught it to me, and I was like, dude, why don't we have a video about this on YouTube? And he's like, make it. He's so like non-possessive of it. He's like, make it, bro.
Cheryl, what's your stop on the MBT? Your target stop?
It's way up there, 99,360.
Well, I'm at 99. I don't know if we'll get there though.
Believe. All right. MES. Throwing in a little Doge on me. I like it. We talked about maybe adding at the break of this candle, which we have broken now. But obviously my ad would have been back up here. So if I wanted to put that order in, I would put it in right there. We'll see if it wants to come back up and tap it. If it does, I'll get in one more. If not, I don't really care. And if we get like one more red candle, I may move the stop to like here. Just cause, like, how many candles has it been now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess hasn't even been 14 candles yet, so I can't really, but that's where my next stop move would go. Somewhere in that. Well, I mean, this is really 0.7. This is more where 0.7 is. That's where I want to move it. Next stop move would be like to 0.5, then to 0.2. So I'm really just moving it closer to what 0.7 would be. Which is, yeah, right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it down just a hair. Just a wee bit. It really has no business going back up here anyways, so that's not a big stop move. Coming down with strength. I like it. Come on now. I'm just about at break even for the day now. You guys can see that. Die, 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 die.
Yeah, you get some nice increase in volume down here too.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a rule down here, Calvin, where I've seen you do the Newsom nudge before, but if it got down here close and turned back up, would you still continue to sit on it, or would you move your stop again?
So the only rule I have about moving my stop more aggressively is that stop rung rule. So like if it came back up and then threw in a bear above the 10, I could aggressively move it down, but pretty much I'm just still going to move it 0.7, 0.5, 0.2, 0.2, 0.5, 0.7. I'm never going to rush it. I'm never going to rush it. Yeah. Cool. There you go. Target hit. So sweet. So on the day I made $80. That first play was horse crap, but what are you going to do? So I'm just going to go through all my accounts now. You got to make sure you're flat. See, I got that order. Got to make sure I'm flat. Come back up here into Tradevate. I've got no working orders. Okay. Right. No dollar open. So I made $80 in each account today. Is what it is. I mean, it's still a good day, right? And it did what we thought it would do, right? Like it came down, we talked about this, and then it started to range. It didn't quite get all the way back up to the pink, but it did give us that double top, which was a nice execution there. How are my MBT? Yeah, I don't know. MBT's being weird. It's like this weird triple top thing going on right now, but we'll see. That could just be a flag. You guys never know. Boop, 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 bam. But I hope you guys enjoyed today. I'm excited. We'll be meeting tomorrow. I don't usually meet on Fridays, but because today was such a weird week with the holiday and everything, we'll definitely meet tomorrow. And yeah, if any of you guys in YouTube are curious about joining the group, then I will give you this link right here. You can still join today. It's $500, but it's all month long, 22 sessions. We're on the live almost every day. We have night sessions. You guys get slides. You got just a little taste of it today, but we really get into it. It's fun. I made this fun video. Here, I'll play it for you. Where is it? Can you guys see this? Let's see. I know the people on Zoom can't, but you guys have already seen it. FM Prop Firm Masters, which is the name of my mentorship group at RLT, just wrapped its first 30 days, December. Oh my gosh, was it fun. Check out some of these crazy highlights from this last month. Boom. Okay, target hit. Congratulations.
Come on. I'm off by a tick.
I wanted to throw in a red candle so I can do some nudge it. That's how greedy I am today. You just gotta give it a little time.
I hit it.
Type of 3 if you're in this platinum trade with me. Wow. Okay, who enjoyed that trade? So this is a reoccurring program that happens every 30 days. That means January is starting soon. If you guys are interested, click the link below. We're starting January 2nd, and we're gonna have you guys all squared away. I show you guys how to set up your Apex account. I show you how to trade the 10 EMA Advanced. I show you little tips and tricks that maybe you've never seen before with the 10 EMA. Where to add, where to trim, just the little things that help overall. Something cool and exciting for this coming month is I am making over 100 custom slides to go along with your education that you can take home and study on your own. People that took December, you're getting it too, so don't worry. We're almost done building these slides. It's gonna be absolutely amazing and educational. You don't wanna miss out on this. We get on the live 4 days a week. We have night sessions. It's 22 sessions in total. If you guys are interested in joining next month's group, which is gonna be starting on January 2nd, click the link below. Hope to see you there. All right, so there you go, guys. For my YouTubers, I know my Zoom guys couldn't see that, but you guys have already seen it probably. But yeah, that's for my YouTubers. If any of you guys want to join, there's the link. hop in. It's going to be fun. It's all month long. And yeah, we will talk soon. Take care, guys. I'll be back on the live tomorrow again at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, 9:30 Central for all of you guys. And we'll just go from there. But have an amazing weekend. I'll see you tomorrow, and Happy New Year. Take it easy.